Did it crash again? Oh my god, this game crashes like so much. Phone at. Damn it, where's my phone? Alright, let's hope it doesn't crash. Man, this game has crashed a lot in the last 2 days. Like, way more than it used to, so I don't know what's going on. I had changed my refresh rate to 75 hertz. To 60, so I went back to 60 thinking, well, maybe that's it, but that doesn't seem to have made a difference, so no idea. That's what it is. It's going to be a grindy kind of day because there's not a lot of quests to really do at level level 23. There's a few, but I've actually done a lot of the quests I normally do at this level. So once we get to around 26, maybe 25. Actually, 25 will be pretty good. Yeah. Yes, the guild is up and running, Kiranor. You want a guild invite? I need to set up the... Oh, you're not online? I need to set up the guild ranks, though, because I don't like the current ranks. Of course, we need 10 gold for the guild charter. So if we go to the guild and go to guild information, I did put the Discord in there. We don't have a lot of people in the guild, which is good, because I don't want a lot of people in the guild. I only... You know what I mean? These are mostly just people that signed the charter. I don't know these people, so... It's kind of funny. You get people to sign the guild charter. I don't really want to always kick them out of the guild, but I don't know who these people are, so... You know, I only want people in the guild that I know and trust. But I told him it's just a casual guild. So if you go to guild information, I put some basic information on here. Let's put another thing in here. Actually, you know what? Let's put it here. And then we go to guild control. So the ranks right now, we have initiate member. These are crap. So we got to come up with better guild ranks. Let's see. Now, Kiranor, you are now the highest level person in the guild. So I just need to come up with better guild ranks, and then, you know, like I said, once we get 10 gold, I'll make the guild tavern. Oh. I don't really like this new mouse pad yet. It's really rough. I'm hoping it wears down over time. And I haven't been able to get my mouse acceleration and stuff right either. But it is what it is. We're just gonna have to get used to it. Doesn't feel smooth. I've been working on my razor drivers and stuff trying to get it better, but haven't had much luck. Yeah, I like. Hey, thank. Yeah, it was actually. Asian Mike came up with Reforged Light, and I said that's not bad, but I said I like Light Reforged better. So we just flipped those two words around, and it's great. You know, Light Reforged. I mean, it's, you know, like I said, we want a guild that's focused around, you know, the light. I mean, we're priests. You're a priest. I'm a paladin. Something that's, you know, we're a driving force for good. Really, I mean, we must slay the horde. Got these hunters keep coming through here trying to get. You're 20. Reptilian online? Reptilian. Alright. Discord is always full of... Yeah, they're always trying to get, what's Lupos or whatever. Because Lupos, actually, they left the shadow damage in for Lupos, which I think is good. I mean, it makes everybody want that pet because it's the best pet. I don't know if they're going to patch that out. If they're going to patch... I would hope that they would. Otherwise, everybody's going to have the same pet, which is kind of boring. But I think it's fun to see them all struggling to get it, you know, at first, you know. Let's go wave to the... So they're just trying to help. Yeah, so I've got about 3 gold, so once I get 10 gold, I'll make the guild tabard. So my goal today, anyway, is just try to make some money. Let's try to do our best to make some cash. We could do dead mines, but I really don't feel like running dead mines right now. I'm just going to do some of the quests that I have. Nah, hey Kingston, I don't usually do the paladin quest. Too much running around. It's just, it is a nice mace though. Maybe we should do it. But it is a lot of running around because you have to do like Shadowfang Keep, and I can't even remember all the dungeons you have to do. You have to do quite a few. It lasts until 30, which isn't worth it. So right there, you say it lasts until 30. That already, to me, that it isn't worth it then. Because I'm 23. Getting to 30 from 23, it won't really take that long. You know what I mean? So... making the pattern bronze bracers. Yeah, those usually sell pretty well. I probably, let's see, pattern bronze bracers, let's see. Yeah, and those are easy to make. You know what I used to do? You know what I used to do, Mike? Is I used to make those, and they're +5 strength, right? I used to make those and then enchant them with +5 stamina, or a lot of times +5 strength, and then I would sell them. So I'd make them, send them to my priest. She would enchant them with either +5 stamina or +5 strength. She'd do some of each. And then I would sell those on the auction house for like, you know, like 40 silver or something each. And those actually sold pretty well. They sold pretty well. Yeah. The hard part with that is, and the one thing that one of the things that, you know, WoW should have always done is they should somehow highlight the item. Like when you see a listing in the auction house, it should somehow have like a highlight on it to let people know that that item is enchanted. Which is always, you know, there's other MMOs that actually do that. So it's just really, once again, Blizzard being stupid. It's like missing out on such a simple thing that could have made people's, you know, lives much easier. You could make so much more money. I just got feared. You could make so much more money. You know, a lot of times people overlook your bracer because they just don't realize. They won't buy it because like, oh, it's 50 silver with someone's 25. Well, it's 50 silver because it's got +5 stamina, +5 strength, whereas that other one's only got +5 strength. So that's why. But people won't know that until they actually hover over and look at the tooltip. But they won't do it because they're like, oh, it's just some idiot's trying to get too much money off for it, you know. So I always hated that. I always hated that about the auction house. And I'm telling you, through the years of playing WoW, I have a list of good ideas, and they're all good ideas. Good ideas to even great ideas to amazing ideas for World of Warcraft. And the list is as long as my arm, you know. I used to say I need to write all these down, but you know, why bother? It's not like they're ever going to implement shit that I want them to implement, so I just don't. But yeah, I've always had tons of ideas for WoW, you know. But I just throw it in the back of my head. If I ever make my own game, I'll try to do that. When I retire, that'd be something I really want to work on. Is because by the time I retire, Unreal Engine's going to be so good. You're probably going to be able to make an MMO by yourself just because the tools will be so damn good. You know, maybe, you know, not like a full-fledged, but just a very simplistic, like one town, maybe a few enemies. Few basic combat animations for one particular class, like maybe a few NPCs that you can interact with. Just that, just a simple video game slice where you cover the basic core systems of the game in a very small slice. You could certainly do that as one player, I think. And like, you know, the longer the Unreal Engine's being developed, the easier it gets to make these games. You know, the tools just get better and better. Hopefully the AI gets a lot better. That's what's really missing. I've always said if you want to make the next gen MMO, you really need to increase the AI of the enemies. You know, you need to have a better AI. Mobs should be able to figure out what you're doing and counter it, you know what I mean?
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, I guess we should drink some. We should drink some mana. Do I even have any mana drink? Oh my god, all I got is 22. We need to find a mage. First thing you always do when you log in when you're playing a paladin is find a mage. Find a mage and try to get yourself some mage. Why not pay him if you can? But I mean, you know, like moonberry juice or whatever it's called, I think is like 5 silver for 5. So if you can get a stack of 20 from a mage and just give him 10 silver, you've already saved yourself 10 silver. You know? So I always try to find a mage. Zalson's the one who really taught me that. He's like, why do you keep buying it from the vendors? He's like, just go into a major city and beg mages to make you water. And I'm like, yeah, you know what, you're right. Yeah. I don't have track undead yet. When we get track undead, it's actually, which we get pretty soon. On my level 23, might get it like at level 24. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. This horrible, paralyzing poison is always such a pain. Ooh, look at that exorcism for 132. Damn. Fighting for skeletons, always fun, right? This is what you get on a very populated server. People fighting for mobs.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
We're gonna need way more water. This isn't gonna do it. And 27's too high. Damn. You know what? This is probably not a good place to... Probably not the best place to level. Trying to think of a better place, though. I got an idea. No, I'm too lazy for that. I don't like doing... I mean, I actually purchased the add-on that everybody's like, oh, this is the greatest add-on ever. The one that, like, Cargos and those guys use, and, you know, and Tommy Salami and all those guys use, and I hated it, man. I actually hated it. Because I don't like following a set path. I mean, it's nice in a way, but I like to kind of mix it up. Like sometimes I'll do a quest area and then I'll just be like, you know, I don't feel like doing this particular area today. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Anita? Level range it's basically Red Ridge is like, well, here we can show it up on the map, right? 15 to 25 is Red Ridge, and I've done a lot of the quests there. The only one I haven't done right now is this one up here, the Blackrock Champion, which I could probably do if I got a group. Kind of tough to do solo. Okay. Plus, I get really bored of doing quests, so sometimes I don't even feel like doing quests. Yeah. But yeah, we got a mage coming our way. I'm not sure where his corpse is. There he is. So I gave him 15 silver. It would have cost me like 60 silver to get that much water. To get like this much water would have cost me like, I think it's, well, it's 4 silver. It would have been like, let's see, 80. What was it, 4 silver for a stack of 5? So 8. So 16 times, times 3. You're looking at what, 48. It would have cost me like at least 48 silver. So, you save quite a bit of money if you can get yourself a mage that can just make some for you. First, you got to make sure you use the water. Like, if you just buy all that water and then you end up logging out and losing it, you didn't really benefit from it. I've always thought that this was a beautiful, beautiful shot right here. Right here when you come into Westfall from this bridge. This has actually always been one of my favorite kind of views right here. I've always loved this view. Bridge view is pretty cool too, but just this, this hill with the mountain ridge and the trees. I've always thought this was a cool screenshot right there. Alright, we're going to test out how tanky this character really is. Let's find out. Okay. Guys are pretty easy. So we get some casters in there. They're all melee. And of course he aggroes the spell caster. Sorry, let's take these guys out.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
So if you notice, ooh, resist. One thing I've noticed about Shaggy Plates is it's incorrectly showing the duration of Hodge. So Hodge right now is a 3-second stun. Every time I Hodge someone, if you look at Shaggy Plates, the timer on it is like 5 seconds. So it's completely incorrect, which kind of sucks because it makes you think that your stun's going to be longer than it really is. So. My wife's vacuuming. It's all I can hear in the background right now. It's very loud. Crap. These are too low level. 16's shit. Maybe we'll just have to do dead mines. It's so funny because I farmed these guys for level before at level 20. That just shows you how much more difficult it is on this server. Like, at level 20 I farmed these guys, but that's because I've had, like I said, I had a priest who was an enchanter, so she could, like, you know, give me, like, +7 stamina to bracers and really, you know, pump up my health a ton. Makes a huge difference. I don't want to tank for a group that's full of 18s. Ugh. Okay, well, we got a 20 rogue. That's good. No, they just got one. Wow. This is what happens when you wait too long. You know what? I don't even have all the Dead Mines quests. Shit. I have like one Dead Mines quest. Although they could probably, whoever's in the group, probably just share them. I'll just do that. We'll just get them to share. So much ore, it's ridiculous, man. Copper ore is so abundant on this server, it's absolutely, like, just ridiculous. There's just so much copper. Look at that, copper, copper, copper. How does she spin like that? I guess she's jumping and then spinning really fast. Oh well. Nothing like waiting, huh?
I can't wait till this quest is done and I can look for another Garibaldi artifact.
Look at this crazy looking guy.
I like to fart in the tub.
This crazy fucking crazy. Crazy dwarf. Alright, let's go see if we can take out these quests that are outside the instance. They're actually pretty rough. But being level 23 with 2 paladins, we probably should be alright. Cloak of defense. Interesting. 4-pant cloak. Alright. Chest action here. Probably junk. Actually use that. Yeah, I can actually use that. These are elites too. Shit. Doing good in the pipe 5x5. Lonnie friendly. Stay on target. Stay on target, Luke. Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me, Goose. There he is. Alright. Somebody bopped me. I was actually fine, but that's okay. Sorry that he bopped me, man. Yeah, it's 1x.
You can
Yeah.
kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, Shami, it's definitely definitely 1x. It's just as painfully slow as everybody loves it to be. I've got a level 30 priest, level like 12 or 13 hunter or something. Then I've got this 23 paladin. And I'm insane for doing a protection paladin because I can't really PvP very well with a protection paladin. So it's just we're gonna meme it, man. We're gonna meme it. We're gonna run around and try to PvP with a protection paladin. It's gonna be actually absolutely hilarious. How much time? It just really depends on like depends on how many hours you put into it. I mean, if you played like 8 hours a day every day, you could probably level to 60 in, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks. And that, if you knew exactly what you were doing, you had a good like path to leveling, you could probably do it even faster than that. If you get yourself the quest add-on that tells you exactly what path to follow, I mean, you could do it in 2 to 3 weeks. But for me, since I stream and I yak and I get distracted and talk about all kinds of different things, it takes me like probably like a month. So it probably takes me like 5 or 6 weeks because I kind of take my time and I don't try to like race or anything like that. It will take more. It depends on, again, it really depends on how well you know the quests, what path you're taking, and how much time you put into it. The fastest levelers can do it literally in about 3 days. There's people that'll, Tommy Salami can level 1 to 60 on this server probably in about 3 days. But that's 3 days of playing like, 15 hours a day, probably 16 hours a day. Maybe even more than that. He could do it in 3 or 4 days. Yeah, I mean, Tommy did it on, what was the server he last did it on? I can't even remember. I guess it was Wrath of the Lich King, but that doesn't really count because that's fast. But yeah, you can do it in 3 or 4 days if you really know what you're doing. What I wouldn't give for a taunt on a paladin, man. What I wouldn't give for a taunt. Oh, did we get this guy? Oh, I didn't realize we got him. Nice. Why didn't it heal him? Let me make sure this heal's working correctly. Yeah, okay, it is. Must not have targeted him correctly. Well, I mean, if you look at like Slash Blade, right? Like, I've played 1 day, 9 hours on this character, and I'm level 23, so... Yeah, I mean, because I stream, I take breaks in stream all the time to discuss like add-ons, to discuss like all kinds of different things, talent builds. I commonly will watch videos on other MMOs saying, hey, this new MMO is coming out. So when I'm streaming, it slows down my leveling drastically. Like it's probably like 3 times slower, maybe more. If I'm just like playing the game without streaming, just by myself, I level much quicker. I'm just leveling, But I like streaming. Streaming's fun. Then I get to talk to you yokes. You peeps. I'm gonna stand right here. See if I can slam an end dead with exorcism here. Oh, they got one. Means there should be another one spawning right about here soon. You're ready. How come you're not playing on it now? Hey, Shami, how come you're not playing on it now? Yeah, because you're lazy. No, if you're looking forward to playing, then I would think you'd be playing. Man, the respawns. And holy no respawns. Holy no respawns, Batman. It's like they're really not spawning quickly, are they? No, I've never played Path of Exile. I don't like isometric games. If it's top down, I pretty much can't really play it. I need a full 3D game. I hate isometric. Lost Ark, stuff like that, yeah, I just don't like it. But I've never played Path of Exile. Plus, it just seems it's just bullshit. I don't like games where you just start go and killing like 30 mobs in a row. It's not realistic. I don't find that realistic at all. I like, something like where you're one-on-one, mano-a-mano, like, and the fights are challenging. I like stuff to be hard and difficult. Not I'm just gonna walk through like waves and waves of mobs spamming these crazy buttons. I just find that really stupid. That's awesome, Allison. Yeah. That's and it's so funny because I can't tell you how many people I've met who are like who never played vanilla, but then after they played it, they're like, "Oh my god, this is like the best version of WoW," Wow, man, this is some seriously slow respawns. But you're not really stealing. I mean, you're looting an item, so it's not really stealing.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Keep showing loot here, but I don't see any. Alright, so that's... Is there an in-game shop? No, there's no way. There is... There is no in-game shop for this server, no. There's no in-game shop. This is not Turtle WoW, although I love... Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I like Turtle WoW. Like, the leveling experience in Turtle WoW is better than the leveling experience here, in my opinion. But Turtle WoW does have a lot of lag spikes. That's the only bad thing about Turtle WoW is it has a lot of lag spikes. And Turtle WoW does have an in-game shop. And the people on Turtle WoW, like the community on Turtle WoW is really good. Everybody's super nice on Turtle WoW. People on this server have been pretty nice too. But this is, you know, a PvP server, whereas Turtle WoW is a PvE server. Although Turtle WoW does have a lot of PvP because there's a war mode which you turn on, which increases... Ooh, shit. Tin ore, we gotta get this. Oh shit, this is gonna be tricky.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
No, don't aggro more, Julian. Gotta LOS this caster. What I can do now, I'm dead. Nope, interrupts, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Dead, dead, dead. Damn. Oh well. Turtle WoW is vanilla like this, but it's I'm just gonna res here. I'm just gonna take res sickness, I don't care. I didn't want to run all the way back. Too much of a pain in the ass. Let's go ahead and repair. I actually may stream Turtle WoW today. I need a break from... I think I need a break from this. I love vanilla, but sometimes you're just like... It can be kind of grindy. I thought that guy was a repair guy, no? Guess not. Turtle WoW is a lot different. Turtle WoW has additional like different talents. Like the talent system in Turtle WoW is actually different. It's modified. Turtle WoW has lots of new like zones, leveling zones and stuff, and lots of new quests. Turtle WoW has 2 new races. They have the High Elf and the Goblin, so you can play Goblins or High Elves. Turtle WoW has new professions. It's got the survival profession, which allows you to craft tents. That when you sit under the tents, it lets your rest time build up at like an exponential rate. So like normally if you logged out and in, you might build up a couple bars of rest time over maybe 4 hours or something, or 3 hours. In Turtle WoW, in 20 minutes sitting under a tent, like 20-30 minutes under one tent, you completely max out your rest time, all of it, which is like, you know, two pole levels, or two. It's either 1.5. I think it's 1.5. 1.5, I think. So leveling speed on Turtle WoW, even though it's 1x, it's faster because you can basically, you know, people just sit at Goldshire and they put survival tents up in Goldshire. So you just go to Goldshire, max out your rest time, and you go level. So you're almost always leveling on rest time. So your leveling is going to be faster than 1x. It's going to be more like 2x, you know. If you choose to do that, I mean, you don't have to run to Goldshire all the time to build up rest time, but then you're just going to be leveling 1x. They also Turtle WoW has different game modes that you can opt in for. You can opt in for Hardcore Challenge, which, you know, if you die, you can't resurrect, so you only have 1 life. You also get rewards for completing the Hardcore Challenge. You can turn on War Mode to get 30% XP increase across the board, but then that turns your PvP flag on, you know, full time, which means you're going to be flagged PvP the whole time you have War Mode on. There's also other challenges. There's Slow and Steady, where XP is, I think, 0.5 XP. So instead of 1x, it's 0.5x. So it'll take you twice as long to level. So imagine leveling 0 to 60 on this server, but making it take twice as long. That would be Slow and Steady. Also, you can do Slow and Steady where you don't get any rest time either. So you basically you can't get any rest time. So if you log out and in, you won't generate any rest time. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stream Turtle WoW today. I need a break from the server, honestly. I need a break from from EVERLOOK. I like EVERLOOK, but I'm feeling more like playing some Turtle WoW today, seeing some different stuff. Plus, I kind of want to get my hardcore hunter to 60 in Turtle WoW. So I think we'll take a short break from EVERLOOK today. I get that way. I get burned out on WoW because I've played WoW for so long. You know, it's hard for me to like play like, you know, even just 4 or 5 days straight, like 8 hours a day. I get burned out. I'm like, oh, you know, do something different. But it's just because I played the game for so long. I played for years and years and years. I've leveled characters 0 to 60 tons and tons and tons, you know, lots of times. So, anyways, so let me show you really quick what Turtle WoW looks like. So if we go to Turtle WoW, and I've got a Paladin on Turtle WoW, and just to show you the difference, like the Paladin on Turtle WoW, you have 2 different abilities that you don't even have in Vanilla WoW. Like regular Vanilla WoW, all you have at, like, I was level, what, 23, and the only abilities I had were Judgment, Consecrate, and Auto Attack. That was it. Now here's the tents I was telling you about. We also have the Darkmoon Fair. So if I stand under this tent, and, well, we can't see it here. Actually, I have a way to do it. I think it was, if I can remember correctly, I think it's Luna. Yeah, so here it'll show me how fast it's going. So the tents stack up to 3, so if you look here, notice how fast my rest time is going up, see? 15,138, 15,150, 15,000... Oh, am I maxed? I can't be maxed. Oh, it looks like I'm maxed. Yeah, so rest time, to figure out how much rest time you can get, it's a level and a half, so it takes 10,100 to get to the end of this level, right? So the rest time, the max rest time would be 10,100 plus half of that, which would be 5,050. So that would be 15,150. So if you hover over this, what does it say? It says 15,150 rested. So I'm actually max rest time right now. So, but you can see on a paladin at level 12, I have Crusader Strike, I have Holy Strike, and I have Judgment. So I have 2 entirely new abilities that you would not normally have on a paladin at this level. In fact, in Vanilla WoW, there is no such thing as Crusader Strike. That wasn't entered into the game until, I don't know, Burning Crusade, probably. The other thing we can do here is, since we got the Darkmoon Fair, we can go talk to this dude. And now we've got a 2-hour buff. Increases our damage by 10%. So if I want to kill this boar here, Judgment, Crusader Strike, Holy Strike. Boom, my Holy Strike just hit him for 60. So the Paladin in Turtle WoW is way stronger. And it makes more sense, because the Paladin in Vanilla WoW makes no sense. Like, when you see me playing the Paladin in Vanilla WoW, it doesn't make any sense. You know, you've only got one ability. You've got Judgment. That's it. I'm level 20. Think about it, like level 23 rogue. How many abilities does a rogue have at 23? They've got Backstab, they've got Eviscerate, they've got Gouge, they probably have Kick. You know what I mean? They got Sinister Strike. They have all these abilities. A warrior probably has like Shield Bash, and they probably have like Charge, you know, like Hamstring, you know, Rend, you know, a Heroic Strike. You know, what does a Paladin have? Judgment. That's it. You know what I mean? It's kind of sucks. But even so, I still love Paladins in Vanilla WoW, right? So this character, if I go to, if I can get his ID in here. If we go to the spellbook here, and we look, you can see it says right here, Hardcore Challenge. So right now I'm participating in the Hardcore Challenge, which means if this character dies, I cannot resurrect this character. So this character has 1 life, right? So we can level 0 to 60 on this Paladin here, and we just have 1 life to live. So she can't die or she's done, right? And also, if you got to go to, let's see, I got to remember, you got to remember it's been a while since I played this. So if we go to, let's see, Turtle WoW. If you go to Turtle WoW here, and go to, you can donate money to Turtle WoW. Oh God, let's see. Is it not like logging me in or what? I'm not sure. No, it's working. It's thinking. Okay. So if you donate 30 pounds, you get 330 Turtle WoW credits, and then it just keeps going up. You donate like 80 pounds, you're gonna get 1,080 credits. And then now I gotta try to remember, how do you buy stuff, because it's been so. Let's see. I don't know if the shop is. I can't remember if the shop's in game. No, it's not. The shop's on the website. Where is it? It's been so long, I don't really remember where it is. Here, let's just Google it. Where's the shop? Damn it, I just logged in. Okay, where's the shop though? I can't remember where the shop is. I guess it's not in game. I can't remember. I can't remember. Yeah, and Tomas, you're right. It's completely auto attacking on a paladin and regular vanilla. The Embern Crusade ret was not that useful. Yeah, ret doesn't really get that great. Oh, the mini map. Oh, thank you. It's on the mini map. Here it is. So here's the shop. The turtle wow. It's on the mini map. Donation rewards. So in here, on the you can buy stuff like glyphs. So your bear form appears as an ice bear. Here your moonkin form appears as a frostskin. Here you can get your cat form appears as a frost saber. Here you can get the glyph of stars. Your moonkin form now appears as an astral form. You can get glyph of the orca. Your aquatic form now appears as an orca. There's mounts you can get. So it's all cosmetic stuff. Like I probably have some of these mounts. Like I don't. Let's see where I don't even know where my mounts are anymore. The skills, honor. Like, here's my mounts. I've got the happy Whimshire Cloud. Which is just a really silly mount. I have the Swift Alliance Steed. It's this one. But it looks a little different. I mean, well, no, it's just a nice mount, right? There's pets that they give you. Here's the. I've got the mule, that I got from the shop. Now this is really cool. So you can access this mule anywhere, and so I have access to my bank anywhere in the world because I bought this mule off the shop. So anywhere I go in the world, I can pull out my mule, and I have access to my bank, right? So here you see I have access to my bank. I also have 36 slot bags, which I bought off the shop. No, you have to donate. Well, there is one other way to get points other than donating, and that is to complete certain challenges, I believe. So if you go to, let's see, here's the challenges. Hardcore. This is hardcore mode. So you will reward the title Immortal. You get a unique tabard, and you get a mount, the Immortal Champion's Charger, which I guess is maybe this mount. Okay, so basically if you're doing hardcore, you get a tabard, a mount, and a title Immortal. And I think the one that gives you credits is the Slow and Steady. The Slow and Steady is interesting because it's really cool because it's really slow leveling. Like you level at a snail's pace. You can't get rest time. You are like 0.5x, so it's super slow. So if you really want to kill yourself, you really want to give yourself a really incredibly hard challenge, do Slow and Steady, hardcore. So you're leveling at a snail's pace, and if you die, you have to start over. But on Slow and Steady, you get rewards at every 10 levels. You get fashion coins. Fashion coins are used for like transmog. I've never used them before, but they're used for transmog. You get like these are different words you get every 10 levels. And at level 60, you get 200 turtle tokens. So here you can get 200 turtle tokens without actually paying for any of them, right? So that's another way you can get them. You also get a mount, the tall strider. You get a turtle wow tabard. You get the sword of 1,000 truths, which is pretty, the sword, and it has a pretty cool I think look to it, like cosmetic look. It tells a funny joke too. Apparently, it was foretold that one day heroes could wield the sword might reveal themselves. The sword of 1,000 truths. So that's really cool. And then the other thing is war mode. Now war mode, it just means that it permanently flags you for PvP, but you get plus 3% experience for all experience gains. Okay. So this tabard was purchased. See the tabard I'm wearing? This was purchased off the store. Like you can go in here like this. Like here, this is the Crimson Legion tabard. So that was 160 credits. If you look at gameplay, the mule's 200 credits. So the credits they give you 200 doesn't really go a long way. I'm not gonna lie, but the mule, the bags, like the 36 slot bags, are 300 credits. But the thing is, they do sales every so often. They'll do sales. Like when I bought my bags, like initially when I bought my bags, they were like that they were giving you double credits or something. So the bags were only costing me 150. So I don't know how often they do that, but every so often they will do deals where stuff's a lot cheaper, like half price. You know, and 300 credits is like a lot, right? If you go back to here and you go to donate, to get 300 credits, you gotta put in 30 pounds. That's a lot of money, right? That's very expensive. So I've probably donated about, I bet I've donated to about $300 to this server. But I've been playing Turtle WoW since it came out. Like, if you look here at the population, you know, Turtle WoW's been out. Well, they just celebrated their 4-year anniversary. See? So they've been out for 4 years. You go here's Turtle WoW Discord. You can see. I don't know where it was. If it was like the most recent one. Oh, look in here. This is posted today. Today certainly is a busy day. We have yet another update. Telebean, the mysterious banana island, has always been a curiosity. And now it is even closer to reality. Check out our forum to view the trailer. So I guess they have a new trailer. Let's check this out. Let's check out their new trailer. Oh, and they put it on Vimeo. That's because what happened was Turtle WoW Blizzard did a copyright strike against their YouTube channel and got their YouTube channel taken down, which I think is pretty funny. So they totally put in like new zones in the game, like new areas that are actually really well done. Also, like they also have a new character races too. Oh, it's heavily modified, but they do a good job with the modifications. They do like a really good job. So if we log out here, right? Oh, the other thing I want to tell you is if you do create hardcore characters and you purchase stuff from the shop, like if you create a hardcore, like this hardcore character, right? I bought all these 36 slot bags, right? So I have these 36 slot bags. If I kill this character, because this is hardcore, right? If I go out and just go up to a mob and attack the mob and target myself and let the mob kill me, I will be refunded all of the credits I spent on this character. The cost of this mule, the cost of all these bags, I will be refunded all those credits. Which is so cool. That way you can buy bags, buy stuff off the cash shop for your hardcore characters. But if you die, you don't lose that stuff. You get the credits back, and then you can use it on another hardcore character or any other character, which I think is just fantastic. So that's actually really cool. So if we go, and that's really nice of them to do that, because if they didn't do that, that would show that they were super greedy. But I don't think they're super greedy. They're just if we create a new character. You can see there's the high elves. You got high elves, and of course we have, you know, their characters aren't the best looking. I'm not gonna lie, like they don't have the best faces on these guys yet. But they you know they're cool. You've got the goblins. The high elves don't look too bad. They look like blood elves basically. They're pretty much just blood elves, but they're high elves. But they've got good lore. Long ago, the exiled elves founded Kel'Thalas, where they created a magical fount called the Sunwell. Though they were strengthened by its powers, they also grew increasingly dependent on them. Ages later, the undead scourge destroyed the Sunwell. Most of the high elf population, now those scattered are seeking to find a new place in the world as they search for a cure to their painful addiction. So basically, the high elves, instead of like relishing in the magic and getting corrupted by it and becoming the blood elves, right? These are the ones that are the refugees who are seeking a way to cure their addiction to the magic. So they're going a different route from what the blood elves did. And so they're kind of like the good, you know, so they're like the alliance blood elves, sort of, you know what I mean? But they're really high elves. But they both came from the same thing. So you had this, you know, the Sunwell kind of cataclysm where they lost the Sunwell, and you have some that branched off and became the blood elves, and some branched off and became the high elves, and super cool. Yeah, and I think there was even like some different, I think, let's take, I think they've added some different hair colors. Like if you go through the hair colors here, I think there's a, maybe, I can't remember. Maybe not. I thought there was. Maybe it's hairstyles. No, these are all the traditional hairstyles. But anyways, hey Dale, how's it going? And so this is a hardcore paladin. Here's my my high elf paladin, and then I've actually got another paladin. This was a paladin I created a long time ago. Now this is a cosmetic. See this, her way her face looks? That's actually a skin, you know, like a cosmetic skin. This was not a hardcore character though, so unfortunately I can't get those credits back, which I'm kind of mad about that. I wish I wouldn't have done that. But that's a really cool looking cosmetic, I think. That's like a cultist, like some sort of cultist cosmetic or something. So, and then here's my hardcore hunter. So this character's never died. She's level 42. She hasn't died yet, and she's doing the hardcore challenge. So, anyways, I'm going to take a quick break, guys, and I'll be right back. And I'm actually going to stream some Turtle WoW. I'm thinking about creating a character from level 1, believe it or not, and I'm thinking about doing the unthinkable. I've tried it before and failed. I'm thinking about doing the slow and steady, hardcore, no rest for the weary challenge. High Elves of Warcraft 3 lore wanted to join the Alliance, but racist human general refused and used them later. Kyle accepted help of Lady. Oh, I didn't know that. Hey, I didn't know that, Dale. That's cool. Warcraft 3 seems like has a lot of cool lore. I wish I knew more about the lore in Warcraft 3. But I will tell you, I do think Turtle WoW is a better server than... I mean, it's... If you want something that's not the traditional vanilla, if you're sick of basically the same old, then Turtle WoW is way better. The only problem I have with Turtle WoW is, like I said, the server does have quite a few lag spikes, which can be really annoying. And the loading zones, like when you load into different zones, it takes a lot longer to load for some reason. I don't know why that is. But like loading... Like if I get on a boat and go to the other continent, it takes a lot longer to load. Or if I go into an instance, the time it takes to load in the instance is like 3 to maybe 3 times longer than a regular server. So not a huge deal. It certainly doesn't affect your gameplay that much, but it's just a little interesting. I think something with all the custom content they've done to the servers must have, in some way, impacted it. I mean, I'm a software developer, so I mean, I can think of, obviously, ways where maybe they've added stuff to these instances and stuff, and for whatever reason it's not optimized. They haven't optimized it. I don't know. I'd be really curious to sit down and see how they're adding content to this game. What kind of tools are they using? It'd be really kind of cool. But yeah, that's cool though, Dale. I didn't know that. I'm really tired today, guys. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and I've been kind of battling a cold or something, which is another thing that's kind of sapping my strength. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I definitely am a little bit tired. It's been a long, whenever you have a vacation, like we have days off for Thanksgiving stuff, it's because we're moving. We've been doing a lot of stuff, I ain't gonna finish out EVERLOOK. Why? I'm getting bored of EVERLOOK, Mike. I'm getting bored. This happens to me every time, Mike. If you watch my YouTube channel, I always get bored. I get bored of like vanilla because I've played it so much. You don't like what, Mike? You don't like Turtle WoW? Mike, you don't like Turtle WoW? What's wrong with Turtle WoW? What you saying? I guess the biggest thing what's bothering me, Mike, is that the Paladin is just so gimped. The Paladin is so gimped in a regular WoW. What do you mean PvE, Maloko? Maybe I'll go back and just start playing the priest again on EVERLOOK. Maybe we can level the priest. No, yeah. I mean, I know I'm leveling the paladin, so I'm not worried about that. It doesn't have anything to do with the slowness of it. Speed doesn't bother me. It's just that how weak the paladin is without. I don't play Ret. Ret's for noobs. You love Turtle WoW? You just don't want me to make a Turtle WoW character? If you love Turtle WoW, you don't want to see me play Turtle WoW? Hey, Dale. You gonna watch football? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, the World Cup? When you said football, I was thinking American football. Because it is Sunday, so there is football going on here right now. Oh, I'll think about it. I'll think about what I'm going to play when I come back, but I do need to take a quick break. And I will, I don't know. No, nice of the world. No, yeah, I know. 9% of the world is soccer. I know. You want me to tough it out? Well, what do you? Well, hey, Mike, answer me this then. Do you want to see me tough it out? If I tough it out to 60, I gotta do the paladin because I don't really want to play. The priest is okay, but I like melee. I much more enjoy melee characters in MMOs now. It's funny, when I first played MMOs, I enjoyed casters. Like the first time I played an MMO was Lineage 2, and I played a spell howler, which is like a mage basically, and I really liked it. But even in Lineage 2, when I started getting killed by assassins all the time, you know, yeah, I do need to get. Yeah, you are right. You mean blue weapon will really help the when you're leveling like a protection paladin, and it's not like I'm not dual wielding. You know, I still weapon swap to a two-hand sword, but it has to be has to be good. Actually, there's another talent build. There's another way you can level a prot. Actually, this is another thing you can do. And actually, it's a much faster way to level, but you still get kind of the fun of being able to tank, but it's a much faster way to level. And I'll show you what it is here. So this, and actually, I've done this before, and it's actually really good. And I'm not sure why I didn't do it this time. I just think I was thinking more AOE. But another way to level a protection paladin is to do this. And what you're going to do is you're going to rush seal of command like as fast as you can. So you're going to go here. You're going to go. You're not even go. You're going to go deflection. And you're going to seal a command. Then you're going to go rush over here. Now this is if you want to get consecration, which is not going to be your faster. It's not going to be the faster bet. So you're going to go seal a command. You're going to go conviction. All right. And then you're going to go ahead and grab redoubt, and then grab precision, because you need precision. So this actually right here is this is level 33. This is actually a much faster way to level. This build here, you're going to do a lot more damage with seal of command. You're going to get, obviously you have 5% more crit. It's definitely going to make you level a lot quicker. And I've done this before on private servers as well. And if you stick with this build, another thing you can do if you did want to do consecrate with this build, what you do is you would grab, because you're not going to use seal of righteousness, so what you would actually do is you would grab divine strength and divine intellect and grab consecration. That's if you wanted consecrate. So you could do a build like this, and then you're just going to go down the normal path, like this. But see, you can only get, that's about as far as you're going to get if you want consecration. So that's kind of an interesting, weird hybrid build, right? Yeah, I know. Turtle WoW has consecration baseline. You don't even need to put talents into the tree to get consecration. Paladins and the thing is, the paladins in Turtle WoW are far superior to paladins on EVERLOOK. They're just way better. They're like way better. They're so much stronger. So that's why I want to play Turtle WoW, because I just know how much better paladins are in Turtle WoW. Yeah. Yeah, people make that argument all the time. The consecration costs too much mana. It does cost too much mana, but if you're doing prot and you're not going down the retribution tree, you need the damage of consecration. Otherwise, fights take too long. And recuperating your mana just with by eating is faster than sitting there auto attacking with no consecration. Right? It all comes down to kill. Time to kill. Now, again, like what you're saying, Yumi, if you want to level fast, yeah, go ret. If you want to level fast, that's going to be the way to go. We could respec. What level am I right now? Probably what you can do, we could respec, do this, and I mean, if we really wanted to go damage, we could go Blessing of Might and do that. But I don't really, if we really wanted to go for more damage, we could do something like this. then go conviction. It just depends on what you want to do. The one thing that's interesting with the paladin, there's a lot of different options on the paladin. There's a lot of different builds you can do. I mean, there's about like, well, there's really about 5 or 6 different builds. There's at least 3 different protection variations, 3 or 4 different prop builds that I've tried. If we did, let's say we went more of just like a kind of a small AoE build that actually still did damage, we would want to go. We would want to go here. So we're not going to have consecration on this build, right? And that's 57. So you could do something like this. So you're still going to have you're going to have really good single target DPS with this one because of Holy Shield. So this is like a one-hand build, but you're going to do a lot of damage with this build because of Seal of Command, because you've got more crit, because you've got Holy Shield. So this build actually does quite a bit. So and that, of course, you're not going to be using Consecration's build, so you're not going to be blowing through your mana as fast. This is a pretty good build. I'm trying to think what we do with our last 3 talent points. It really doesn't matter. I mean, it's just the last 3. I mean, I mean, you could probably just go improve. I don't know. I'd probably just go improved Red Aura, honestly. I mean, either that or go into Divine Intellect. One of the two. You know. Nah, I don't go Pursuit of Justice. I prefer, like, utility over speed of leveling. I always do. See, you're the typical WoW player that always thinks about speed. The typical WoW player is always thinking about how can I get to. It's always about go go go. That's not me. I've never used Pursuit of Justice. I've never once picked it up. Now, I would say that if you were going to do PvP, if you wanted to do PvP on a paladin, that, you know, if you want to run people down. But the thing is, if you're playing Protection Paladin and you're PvP, you're not running towards people. They're usually running at you, thinking that you're easy meat because you're prot. They're thinking, oh, this is going to be easy. Yeah, exactly. But if you're like Ret, of course, if you're Ret and you're doing PvP, you're going to want Pursuit of Justice, exactly. But if you're prot, are you really running people down? If you're prot, what's going to happen is you're going to get healing people, and they're going to be surprised. They're going to be like beating on you. All of a sudden, they're going to realize what's going on. You know, I'm dying, and this person isn't. And at that point, when they start to figure that out, usually it's going to be too late. You can hodge them, finish them off. Plus, remember, you can still judge, right? We still have Judgment of Justice, right? We still have Judgment of Justice in Vanilla, right? It's been so long. Yeah, I mean, as long as we get Judgment of Justice in Vanilla, we don't need Pursuit. We can just judge him with Justice. Game over. Only works on NPCs? Ah, no, are you serious? Are you serious? See, that just shows you I haven't done any PvP in Vanilla on a Paladin. But honestly, in my book, if someone attacks me on a Protection Paladin and ends up running away from me, that's a win for me. I'll take that as a win. Even if I don't kill him, I'll be like, I beat your ass because you just ran away. You just ran away. Anyways, I'm going to take a break. I'll come back. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I might respec. I think I might respec into Seal of Command. And we'll do that build. We'll do because it's going to be a faster leveling build. So we'll just respec. It's not going to be the AoE build. We won't be able to do much AoE with it, but we are going to be able to kill a lot faster. So we're going to have more crit and the additional Seal of Command damage. And you can still weapon swap. With Seal of Command, we can still throw in a 2-hand weapon and get good, Seal of Command procs off of that. Anyways, we'll do that. Mike, you talked me into it. Mike talked me into sticking it out. It wasn't like I wasn't going to play. I kind of was missing the custom content of Turtle Wild a little bit. I've been missing it for a while now, actually. But anyways, I'll be back in a bit. hopefully, probably won't be that long. It just depends. As long as my wife doesn't need anything, that's going to take a lot of time. And I'll see you guys then. Peace out.